Hey guys, Nick here. Just wanted to do a quick video for you showcasing some of the products that I bought in the month of January. That includes games, CDs, DVDs and a few bits of hardware as well. So without further ado, I'm going to start with the CDs, DVDs and Blu-rays. So let me get these. I'm a big Incubus fan. So when I found out that Brandon Boyd had his own solo CD, I went out and bought this. It's called The Wild Trapeze. It's really good actually. I really enjoyed it. It's very much got a tone of Incubus to it, but it's also got his own individual flair, which is really nice. It's up on Spotify for anyone who wants to go and check it out before they buy it, like I did. Yeah, I'd honestly recommend it if you're an Incubus fan that you should go out and buy this CD. Second CD, and in fact the only other CD that I bought this month, was Under Oath, this Ambiguation Zero, I think it's called. A bit confused about the title. Excuse me. I'm a big fan of Under Oath as well, so when I saw this new one came out, I really wanted to buy it, but it's been really hard to get hold of in the UK, so in the end I had to buy it from Amazon on an import. It's really expensive, but even in this technological era, I don't like buying digital music. I'd much rather have the solid copy to put. Basically, I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I like to have a collection rather than just digital copies. It's really good. I was a bit dubious, but actually it's quenched all fears that I had. I was a bit scared that with Aaron, the drummer and singer, leaving, that it might not be the same Under Oath that I was used to and that I enjoyed. But no, it's really good actually. So I'd recommend going to check this out if you're a Under Oath fan. Back onto the Incubus theme though, and the only DVD that I bought this month is the Look Alive tour. I went to go and see this tour actually when it came to my hometown of Bournemouth, so it's been a long time coming, but I finally picked up the DVD that goes with it, so that I can think to myself, yeah, I saw that show, it was really good, and it was really good. I was a bit annoyed that they didn't play Are You In, which was my favourite ever Incubus song, but still, it's such a good tour, and Incubus is so awesome. I'm really glad that they're actually writing a new album as I record this video. Right, onto Blu-rays. The most recent one I've picked up is Let the Right One In. It's the original version of Let Me In, which I saw a couple of months ago and enjoyed. So when I found this for cheap, I picked it up. This is I think it's Swedish originally, and it's really good, but I think I prefer Let Me In. I don't know if that's because I saw Let Me In first, or if it's the fact that I don't know. It's really good. Don't get me wrong, but something about Let Me In was just better. I think it's a girl from Kick-Ass as well. She was awesome in it. This one was good. I mean, there's a lot of similarities between the two. I'd recommend watching both if you're going to watch them. There's also one big difference in this one with a whole lot of extra neighbours that live nearby. Kind of doesn't really add much to the story. It's just told in a different way from how it's told in the remake. Basically what leads Eli, her name's Eli in this one, I think her name's Alice or Ali in the remake, I can't remember, but anyway, at least how she gets caught, it's just the two different ways. Really good though. I recommend watching both of them if you haven't seen them already. So that's Let the Right One In. The next one is a no-brainer really. For any video game, manga, comic book geek out there, you need to own Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I bought the Blu-ray version in this rather swanky tin, because I've got a thing for steelbooks, but there we go. There's not much I need to say about it. I think most people have seen Scott Pilgrim. I don't know if they've done this on purpose, I presume they did, but I really like the fact that the Blu-ray disc is actually on a blue disc. So there it is. Not really much needs to be said about that. If you haven't seen it, go and see it. It's fucking awesome. There we go, Scott Pilgrim. Finally, to round up the ones that I've bought on Blu-ray, is the Family Guy Laugh It Up Fuzzball box set. Yeah, I really enjoyed Blue Harvest when that first came out. I bought it on DVD and it was amazing. It was just so funny. I loved it. But then something Dark Side came out, and that was still good, but it almost seemed a little bit forced. And then finally with It's a Trap, it was kind of, well, we've done all the other ones, we need to do this one now. So it was really scraping the bottom of the barrel. It was the worst of the lot, I'm afraid to say. Still really good though. I've got the first two on DVD, but I went out and bought this on Blu-ray because I figured then I'd get all of them on Blu-ray, and also these come with the digital copies, so I can put them on my computer and later onto my phone and enjoy them on the go. So yeah, there we go, Laugh It Up Fuzzball, and the last of my Blu-ray purchases. So moving on to the only Xbox game that I bought this month, which is Fracture. Now, I've heard this game's dog shit, but I really like The Force Unleashed, and that was made by LucasArts. This was made by LucasArts. Big Star Wars theme, because I'm a bit of a Star Wars nerd. But I've got, if it's as bad as people say it is, then at the end of the day, it's no love lost. It only cost me £5, so I can't really complain too much, but there it is, Fracture. Okay, so before I go on with the games that I bought for the PlayStation 3, you may have seen it from my unboxing video, but I actually bought the PlayStation Move. There it is. I haven't actually used it yet, which I'm ashamed to say. It's just been sat here for the last 2 weeks, because the main reason I bought it when I did was for LittleBigPlanet 2, because I was coming out, and I wanted to use that, but the Move compatibility needs to come through in the DLC, so yada yada yada, it's not there. I've just recently bought Dead Space 2, but I don't want to play Extraction until I finish the main story, so I haven't used the Move for that either yet. But I'll get there, and when I do, I'm sure it'll be awesome. So there we are. Alright, so finally then, we'll go on to the games. Now then, I've never ever bought a Call of Duty modern title. The most up-to-date one is obviously Black Ops, so I went out and bought Modern Warfare 2. I got it for cheap in game, and I have no intention really of playing this online. I only bought it to finish off the story for the Modern Warfare series. Well, not finish it off, because I think there's going to be a third one this year, but to continue with it, because I enjoyed the first one, which I only bought 6 months ago, by the way. Never played that online either. Yeah, not really much needs to be said about Call of Duty. It's just Call of Duty. There it is. So there. As I mentioned, I bought Dead Space 2. So here it is. I didn't do an unboxing video because it came a week late as it was. Technically this should probably be in my February new loot video, but I'm going to put it in this one because this is when it should have been released. Like I said, I didn't do an unboxing video. It was a week late, so, and also we got it after the American guys anyway, so I just figured that no one would really care to see it. It's in this really cool digipack though, but at the same time it kind of annoys me because it's going to look out of place on my shelf. So there we are. But it's really cool. If I take this out and show you the inside, you can see kind of Isaac shooting across out of the space. It's really nice. It's got the CD soundtrack as well for the game. You also notice that the disc isn't in there because I'm playing it at the moment. Just it's got to chapter 12 as this goes to press. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. If you haven't played the first one, then there's something wrong with you, because this game is fucking awesome. And although there is a recap video at the beginning of Dead Space 2, I'd honestly recommend playing the first one first. Not only because of the fact that it's so fucking good, but because of the fact that there are so many nods to the first game in this second one that you just wouldn't do it justice just watching that the preview video. You really do need to play the first game. I've played through that game 3 times, I think it is. I've only got one achievement or trophy left to do, which is to play it through on the impossible difficulty. But I'm really enjoying this one. It came with Extraction as well, so that'll be the Move compatibility with it. Really good. Honestly recommend anyone going out there and buying that. Do it right now. Okay, so I've just recently finished the predecessor to this next game I'm going to show you. It's really good, and I've got a few other RPGs to play through first, namely Mass Effect and Dragon Age, and another game that I bought that I'll show you later. But then I'm excited to look forward to playing Fallout New Vegas. I've heard this game is really, really buggy. If it's anything like the last game, that is going to drive me insane, because Fallout 3 towards the end was just so fucking buggy that it just became really almost unenjoyable. I had, every time I went into VATS mode, the PlayStation crashed. Every time I opened a door, not every time it crashed, but you know, like more often than not. But it was just really buggy that in the end it became really hard to play. I'd have to keep turning it off and recapping what I'd done and yada yada yada. But eventually I persevered through it. I've had that game since it came out. I've just been really lazy. I finally got 100% platinum, so I'm really happy with that. And now, as I said, I'll do Mass Effect, Dragon Age, and then this next game, and then I'll be back on to playing Fallout New Vegas. But this one is Final Fantasy 13. A lot of people have slated this saying it's really linear, but then again I think Final Fantasy became linear with the introduction of 10. I don't know, maybe it is even more linear than that, but still we'll find out. I never got around to buying this when it first came out, but I've just found this collector's edition for a rather cheap and reasonable price, so I picked it up. It's really nice. It's obviously got the game inside there, and also I'll show you. It's also got the soundtrack, so that'd be quite nice to put on there. I don't know if it's got Leona Lewis on there, I hope not. And also an art book for some of the things. Now, if anyone that plays Final Fantasy has seen some of the strategy guides before, you know that the artwork's usually beautiful, so there's some of the bits in there. It's not quite as nice as I'd hoped. I really like the ones that are really sort of almost like hand-drawn, but I suppose moving on with the times and everything, then it's there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. I haven't even played 12 yet though, so I might have to play this one and then go back to 12. But there we go, it doesn't really matter. And then you may have also seen the unboxing of this LittleBigPlanet 2 Collector's Edition. I haven't given it enough justice, to be honest. I've been distracted with trying to finish Fallout 3 100% and also moving on to Dead Space now. But it's really good. It really is good. It's very much like the first game, as I've said to a lot of people, but that's not a bad thing in the slightest, because the first game was just absolutely amazing. That it kind of you can almost turn the other way when you think about it. You know, like it's literally just a rehash of the first one with a few extra bits, but it's just so good that it's alright. There's not really much to say. That I don't know. I haven't played it enough to give it a full opinion, but when I do, then I'll post something up. Same with Dead Space 2. I'll post some sort of review. But there we go. So that's everything that I've bought. If there's anything that you'd like to show me that you've bought, maybe do a video response down below. We'll have a little like banter back and forth. If there's anything that you think I've missed that I should have bought, then please comment below. If you like this, then obviously thumbs up, and please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep bringing videos for you. One quick note is that I know that the quality on this is rather shocking and the sound shit, but it's because I'm using a bit of a bad camera, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks, maybe months, then I'll be upgrading, and so this will be going to sort of higher definition, which would be nice. So there it is. Yeah, finally I've got a Twitter account. It's just at GeekChic1985, so please feel free to follow me on there, and I look forward to seeing some of your responses and your comments, and I'll see you in a future video. Cheers.